Okay, Spirit said go to your deck and I will take care of the rest. So here we are, and we are going to find out what it is we need to hear at this time. Okay, I'm waiting, I'm open, I'm yours. And you just might be somebody else's soon enough, with the Ace of Swords coming out and the King of Cups split the deck. I don't know why I get the energy of like someone coming forward to claim you, and this could even be a past person with the death and transformation coming out, somebody who's somebody who has changed since you remembered them last. This is somebody who specifically has had an eye on you for quite some time. They haven't forgotten about you or your little encounter is what I'm being told. So maybe you don't even know this person very well, which makes it like, this look on my face is like, that's strange. I just get the feeling like this is strange to have this person kind of come out of nowhere. But that Ace of Swords energy, that's really powerful energy. That's someone literally stepping forward to claim you. And the King of Cups, somebody who is, it's like they have the power to. This is somebody who is strong enough to. Somebody who has no doubt in their mind that they have what it takes to care for someone like you, and they have, it's like they are confident that they are going to be everything that you could possibly need. With the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, again, this energy of like, they've been watching you for quite some time, okay? They also are aware that other people might be interested in you at this time, or just like the way that you carry yourself, the way that you present yourself to the world. Maybe this person knows you through work is what's coming through, or the work that you do, this person could know you through. There's something very mysterious about you, but they can sense that you're different is the message that's coming through. They can sense that you're different. Like I'm hearing specifically, they haven't met your kind before. And with the Seven of Swords, I think the only thing that's kept them away so far is genuinely just wondering if they can handle the heat. So you could even be a fire sign. Earth sign is also what comes to mind. But this is somebody who's been in contemplation over you and whether or not they should step forward. But again, with that Ace of Swords, I feel like you're going to be hearing from this person very soon. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups. It could be a baby step towards you. Going from the Knight of Cups or the King of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Or maybe it's like when they come into connection with you, I'm hearing like you make this person lose their cool. Like whatever cool mask they wear for everyone else and the rest of the world, like this person could spill out a lot of words. Like they just kind of lose all sense of their confidence, if you will, in your presence, and they talk a lot, like they over talk. And then I'm seeing like after they leave the conversation, they're like, why did I say that? Or what, like I'm so dumb. Like the way that they talk about themselves, they're really hard on themselves because they don't understand like why you do that to them, but you do something to this person. And the Moon card coming out, they know there's something different about you. There could be something magical, like you could specifically be into like witchy things or the spiritual world, like very immersed in that kind of topic, fairies, elves, like all of that. This is somebody who is also just as familiar with that world, just in a different way, is what I'm being told. So you would definitely get along in that sense. So maybe that's even confirmation of if this person is your person or not. And with the Sun card here, I feel like this person also stands out to you. This person's energy stands out to you. Like maybe you feel something very powerful when you're with this person. And I'm also hearing like you've admired this person from a distance as well. But something about this horse being wild and free also stands out to me. It's like illumination of some sort. Like this is about to be brought to your attention and something is going to be shown to you regarding this love connection. Like something very important for you to see is specifically what comes to mind with the Ace of Cups. Something about the timing of this connection is also very significant. Like certain things had to come into play. But I feel like when you come into connection with this person and when everything just kind of aligns, it's like there's no stopping this. There's no stopping this bond. There's no stopping the love that is going to pour out from the both of you for the both of you. Like there's no stopping this once it opens. And so I feel like Spirit really needed you to be in a place that you could be fully ready to receive this, and as well as for this person. Like, certain things needed to take place because there's no stopping this. Like, once it starts, like, this is your forever person. And that to me is the strongest connection, or the strongest confirmation of like, oh, well, is this reading for me? There is no stopping this connection. You will know it when it finds you. I truly just believe this is something far out of the ordinary. This doesn't feel like a love that you've experienced yet. It's like leaving me breathless. Like, this love is going to leave you breathless in the best of ways. So good luck to you, because this is a powerful one. It's gonna take some like calming down of the nerves is honestly what comes to mind, but you've got it. You can handle it. Otherwise, Spirit wouldn't give you this message, and Spirit wouldn't be presenting this offer of love to you. So I trust that if this message finds you, it is meant to find you. As always, if you do feel called to dive in further, I have all of my offerings, including emails, video recordings, channeled angel messages, candle rituals, all of that you can find on my website if you would like to dive in a little bit further. And I am honored to channel for you if and whenever you feel called. They want you and they don't want anyone else. I'm hearing this person has specifically chosen you. There is no holding them back anymore. They are coming forward to claim you, fully claim you, and remind you every day of who they are to you and who they plan to be to you continuously. We have the Lovers confirming this with the Devil. There might have been some overthinking going on your side. This person has been contemplating about the best way to come forward to you because they want to make sure that they don't feed into this overthinking that was already taking place. But the Lovers, like you both have like this. Like, I'm being shown two different puzzle pieces. The way that you fit together is crazy. Like, this person has chosen you from the moment that they met you. This person has known from the moment that they met you. They've known that you've deserved better and they want to be your better. This person has been like in the planning stages of how to be that better for you. The Hierophant and the King of Cups. This is slow moving energy. This is somebody who is not afraid to take their time because they know exactly what it is they want and they know exactly what it is they have to offer you. This person is offering you emotional stability, emotional vulnerability, emotional availability. And that's not something that you're familiar with. We have a lot of clarity surrounding this emotional availability. That is not something that you are familiar with. In fact, that might be something that scares you in the beginning. That might be something that it's like you're not used to being treated so well with the Wheel of Fortune, but you are meant to be. Like, you are always meant to come to this point in your life where you have decided that that is exactly what you deserve. You're a bit guarded. You're a bit guarded when it comes to this connection, and for good reason, honestly. You're a bit guarded, and that could also be why there has either been some hesitation or the need for this person to kind of like regather themselves. You thought that this person was questioning the connection. That's what you thought was going on. You thought that they were questioning it. You thought that maybe you were reading into it. Maybe it wasn't quite as much as what you thought it was, or as deep as you thought it was. But we have the Magician and the Two of Cups. Like, this is actually way deeper than even you thought it was. This goes so deep into the spiritual world. Like, the energy that is being pulled up to tie the two of you together, like quite literally bind you. And this doesn't have to do with ritual magic. This doesn't have to do with candle magic. This is like of the universe. Like, this has been decided by the gods, is what I'm being told. This energy that is going to surround the two of you and pull the two of you closer together, it is going to be so undeniable. The way that you two work together, you could be working together. The way that you two fight for one another, the way that you two show up in this world together, it's just different. Like, there's something so different about this love connection. You are so supported in this love connection. And the world sees that too. The world is a little bit jealous, but that is exactly what the world needs. They need to see you in this energy with this person. They need to see what true love looks like. They need to see the light that is going to come from within you when you are in this divine union. This love is going to find you. This love is going to find you, seemingly out of nowhere. Maybe when you're going through something, a tough time period in your life. Maybe when you're still attached to something of the past. Maybe when you're fighting to find your freedom again, to find your passion, your creativity for something again. This love is going to find you. And I'm hearing it's never going to let you go. I'm never going to let you go. Six of Pentacles, this love, oh, it's like one of those connections. It is a connection where you just pour continuously into each other. Like nothing is ever going to be too much. Nothing is ever going to be enough, because you are never going to be able to get enough of each other in the best possible way. It's not about lack of fulfillment. It's about realizing that what you have to offer each other is like not in this world. It is not of this world, because the spiritual bond that ties the two of you together is not of this world. It was not created of this world. It was created in a past life. It was created in a different universe. The love that was written before you were born. There are some things that cannot be explained by the ordinary language of timing and circumstance. Some connections arrive with a quality that bypasses all the usual frameworks. They do not fit inside the vocabulary of dating or attraction, or two people who happened to be in the right place at the right moment. They arrive carrying something older than the current moment, a weight, a recognition, a particular kind of inevitability that settles into the body like something remembered rather than something new. Like finding a word in another language for a feeling you have always had but could never quite name in your own. You have felt that feeling before. Not necessarily with a person, maybe with a place or a piece of music, or a moment so specific and inexplicable in its significance that you filed it away quietly because you had no framework for it and no one to tell it to who would understand. This is about that feeling applied to a person, applied to the most important love of your life. Someone has been watching you, not in the way that feels invasive, in the way that feels like someone who cannot quite look away, because what they are seeing does not have a category in their existing experience of people. They have been carrying you with them in the quiet moments they do not show anyone. In the spaces between other things, between conversations and responsibilities and the ordinary movement of a day, they return to you. Not deliberately, not as a chosen thought, as a gravity, as something the mind moves toward before it has decided to. This person may have entered your life briefly, crossed your path in a way that seemed at the time like a minor thing. An introduction at work, a shared moment, an encounter so unassuming in its surface presentation that neither of you could have fully known what was actually happening beneath it. But they know what happened. They have known since it happened. And the impression you left on them did not fade with time the way most impressions do. It deepened. It became more specific, more certain. They have not forgotten you. What has kept them from moving sooner is not lack of feeling. It is the particular hesitation of someone who senses they are dealing with something significantly outside the ordinary. They can feel that you are different, not as a compliment offered casually, but as a genuine, private
assessment made in the honest quiet of their own experience. They have not met anyone quite like you. And that recognition of your specific depth, your particular quality of presence, the way you move through the world with something slightly more attuned than the people around you, has produced in them not just attraction, but something closer to reverence. And reverence is a complicated thing to act on, because it comes with the question of whether you are adequate to what you are approaching, whether you have what it takes to care for something this rare, whether stepping forward will be received, or whether the distance you have been observing from is actually protecting you from discovering that you are not equal to what you feel. They have been sitting with that question, turning it over, examining it from different angles at different times of day, and they have arrived at their answer. Here's what I want you to understand about who this person is right now compared to who they may have been the last time your paths crossed. They are not the same. Something significant happened in them, not a dramatic event necessarily, but the kind of quiet, sustained transformation that changes a person at the level of how they see themselves and what they believe they are capable of. The version of them that exists now has a groundedness, a confidence, and a kind of emotional wholeness that was not fully present before. They have done work. Private, unglamorous, genuinely important work on themselves. And the result of that work is someone who knows what they want and believes they can offer it, and is no longer willing to let uncertainty be the reason they do not step forward. They are coming with intention, with clarity, with the particular confidence of someone who has already made their decision and is now simply moving in the direction of it. But I want to tell you what happens when they're actually in your presence, because this is the part that is quietly extraordinary. This person, the one who carries so much composure in every other area of their life, who has a particular kind of collected energy that the rest of the world encounters as confidence, completely loses that composure around you, not in a dramatic way. In the way of someone who's carefully maintained equilibrium simply cannot find its footing in your presence. They talk too much. They say things they did not plan to say, and reveal things they were not intending to reveal. And then afterward, alone again, replaying the conversation, they are hard on themselves in the way of someone who does not understand why you specifically have this effect on them. They do not understand it, but they cannot stay away from it. And there is something deeply moving about that, if you let yourself feel it. Because this is what genuine attraction looks like from the inside. Not the smooth, performative version that people show when they are trying to impress, but the real version, the one that makes people clumsy and overly honest and slightly embarrassed in the aftermath. They are not performing anything with you. They are simply, helplessly, authentically themselves. Now, I want to say something directly to you, because this matters and I do not want it to pass by without landing fully. You have been guarded, not without reason. The reasons are real and they are yours, and they came from somewhere legitimate, from previous experiences of reaching toward people who were not quite ready to reach back, from learning through enough disappointment to make it feel like wisdom that fully opening yourself creates a specific kind of vulnerability that is very hard to recover from. You learned to protect the fullness of yourself, because the fullness of yourself was not always received with the care it deserved. And that protection served you. It genuinely did. But here is what I need you to hear. This person has factored your guardedness into their approach. They are not coming forward recklessly or with the kind of energy that would give your protective instincts something legitimate to respond to. They are coming carefully, deliberately, with an awareness of what it might take for you to trust something you cannot yet fully see, and a willingness to provide that evidence through sustained, patient, accumulated action rather than expecting your trust to arrive ahead of their demonstration of it. They know you need to see it before you believe it. They are prepared to show you. What they are offering is something that may feel unfamiliar in a way that is initially disorienting. Emotional availability. The real kind. Not the version that shows up when conditions are favorable and retreats when things become complicated, but the consistent, reliable, fully present kind that does not require you to manage their capacity before you can access their care. You may have become so accustomed to navigating other people's emotional limitations that being met without those limitations feels strange at first. Like a room with no furniture that you keep reflexively reaching for chairs that are not there. Give yourself time to adjust to the spaciousness of it. Because this is what you were always supposed to have. Not what you learned to accept. Not the carefully managed version of connection that asked you to need less than you actually needed. The full version. The one that meets you completely. Here is the deep realization that I think quietly transforms everything once it actually lands. The love that is coming toward you was not created in this lifetime. I know how that sounds. I know it is the kind of sentence that is easy to pass over as poetic language rather than literal truth. But sit with it for a moment. Think about the quality of recognition that sometimes arrives with certain people, that feeling of knowing someone before you know them, of a bond that feels established rather than forming, of a familiarity that has no rational explanation given the actual length of time you have spent together. That recognition exists because the connection does precede this lifetime. The spiritual bond between you and this person was not formed in a coffee shop or an office or any of the ordinary places where people find each other. It was formed somewhere before, in a different chapter of existence, a different configuration of the universe. And what is happening now is not the beginning of something new, but the continuation of something that was always meant to resume. That is why it feels inevitable. That is why it feels like something the universe is insisting on rather than suggesting. That is why, once it opens fully, nothing about it will feel like chance. This love will arrive when you are not perfectly ready. Still processing a previous chapter, still searching for some lost piece of your own passion or freedom or creative fire, still figuring out who you are in this particular season of your life. It will not wait for you to be finished. It will arrive exactly when it is supposed to, which is the moment when its presence is most needed and most generative, not the moment when everything is already resolved and you have nothing left to work through. Because this love is not a reward for completion. It is a companion for the continuing. It is the presence that will be beside you while you work through the remaining things, rather than the prize waiting for you on the other side of working through them. And once it arrives, it will not leave. Not because love is ever guaranteed by feeling alone, but because what ties you to this person operates at a level that ordinary doubts and ordinary difficulties cannot reach. The thread between you was woven somewhere deeper than this life, and threads woven that deep do not unravel easily. What is coming will pour. That is the only word for it. Not in the sense of excess or overwhelm, but in the sense of a continuous, self-replenishing flow that never reaches a point of depletion. You will give to each other and find that the giving does not exhaust the source. You will receive from each other and find that receiving does not diminish what remains to be given. The love between you will be one of those rare dynamics where the more you share, the more there is, because what you share is not finite. It is generated by the connection itself, by the particular chemistry of two souls that were designed to find each other. And having found each other, produce something between that neither could produce alone. You are going to know it when it arrives, not because someone tells you, not because it checks boxes, not because it arrives in the form you expected or on the schedule you imagined. You will know it because your body will know it before your mind does. Because the recognition will arrive in that wordless cellular place where you cannot argue with what you feel, even when your mind tries to find reasons to. Stay open enough for that recognition to land. Because the love that was written for you before you were born is finding its way to you now. And it has never once, in all this time, forgotten your name.